Back to Pisces TV with Dr. MB. We are about to get started. Thank all of you for tuning in today. For any information on services or products, even though I ain't listed none of the new ones, you can check the description box. Go to PiscesTV.com. Love you, love you. We're about to get started. Okay, I always come in with a jam, so don't worry. If this ain't your deal, I'll turn it down a bit once we get started. But there's the discussion that we're going to have. And just while Pretty Face up there rapping, I'm going to go over some things that I jotted down in our discussion. Me and Spirit, of course. Okay? We got, let me make sure I go to the right day now. Okay, here we are. We have predominantly subconscious. We have the ocean within the mountain. Next steps, new territories, dreams, one that sticks with you. I am mountain. I am you. Echo, continuance, unfulfilled, research, feeling empty, free falling, a fire that contains an ocean, show me the way, being a student, awaken what has fallen to sleep, evanescent change, the forming of solutions, fairness, unconditional love, something you called judgment on before, spiritual words, and then we'll get into the call, the threshold, the challenge, the reward, blessing, and expectations, as well as some other things. Okay, so those were a few of the notes that came up. I don't know this little boy. I can't take this because I don't know what he's talking about. I can deal with Drakeo or somebody else with the drill deal. All right, so we're gonna kick in with what y'all want to kick in with. I'm just playing. Okay, hold on. We're going to get started with, I'm going to see the sequence I want to tell this in. Okay. The sequence I want to tell this in. Okay. Past, present, and future. We will start with that. We have the mountain, okay, coming up in the past position. And it reminded me of that within type of energy, the ocean within the mountains. And so I see fire, but I didn't see the ocean yet. And I noticed that you all got the flame and the river as well as the bridge with the ocean. And I'll break that down. So first past position, this is all in the conscious energy. Okay. This is the dream. This is the aspiration. Okay. With this particular card, it kind of puts us in the mind of the peak, awareness, grounding, uplifting within, and can affect you in both ways. Okay. So when we pull the clarifiers out, we'll see that there's something from a past position consciously that could affect you in both ways. Next in the past position, we have the judge. Okay. This is an aspect of the current state, day to day. All right. We have silence. We have discernment. We have unforgiving, being judged, separating from. Okay. Ooh. Now the foundation of it is unconditional love. So I thought about the lovers with the love there, and or just unconditional love, which I know Pisces has, because we'll give somebody 800 chances before we stop. We don't give up on our dreams, regardless if people say they're delusions or whatever. This is the soul. Sometimes overwhelmed. It also talks about acceptance and rejecting nothing. So the foundation of this experience, this situation that we're talking about, is a past situation of some sort, be it past life or the other day, right? And it does have something to do with acceptance. And I won't lie to you. I might even put this on the thumbnail, but I thought about the witch's curse. Because you know how they say in some movies, most movies, where there's always this sisterhood, whether it's mother, daughter, all sisters, homegirls, whatever, orphans that met each other magically. There's something about love and how they're cursed, where something they love, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of stripped from them and it's always a man. And or resurrecting some things from the past, the equal trade could be to lose the love or an offering of some sort. Okay, so I did think about the witch's curse with that. So it's like on a soul level, and the situation is like pulling you to move into this almost crone-like master energy of rejecting nothing, like nothing is off guard. So that's deep. And then the destroyer is here and things that we may worship and all that kind of stuff. So that's interesting. Now in the present moment, the first card you have is the bridge, and I noticed that the ocean was there. Okay, with the bridge it talks about the connection. So something in the present moment, it's about a connection. All right, forcing a lack of magic and acceptance. So in the past, it's rejecting nothing. In the present, it's about acceptance. So maybe you have been rejected in the past from this magical special place. It could have been for some of you, because I understand the energy, our discernment, our perspective, the universal laws, your karmic energy. You had writer's block for a while. You had relationships blocked for a while. Finances blocked for a while. Just feeling maybe stuck for a while. Even having no choice but to go within, honestly. Or it could have been boredom and isolation that took you there inside of that mountain. But I do think something magical comes of it, because this flame and this river are going to tell us a little bit about it. So also in the present, right? So this is the dream aspiration. So it's even a want for some of us. And this aspect, again, our current day-to-day kind of situation, which could also be a little bit challenging, is to, just like the bridge, the connection, the heart, gratitude, music, art, sense, sensuality, being caught up, and even foreplay. Ooh, the before moment, getting riled up to it. Now you also have the siren and the flame, and I'll get to those. You see all of this, but we're sticking here. Thank you guys. Okay. In the present, we also have the Ace of Swords. Okay, a foundation of some sort, or could be baggage. This is the unconscious energy, unconditional love. We had that, and now we have the weapon of choice, the weapon to be used. The aces are handed down from the divine. This is the tool you'll use for my magicians. So for some of you in your creative aspect, as I talked about, writer's block, it could be communication. All right. For some of us, where our discernment and unconditional love and needing to go within, and something about connections, it may be cutting some, unfortunately and fortunately. Now with the destroyer over here, violence in this aspect of the foundation of something could be significant. Okay. It talks about cutting from the mother. So the hangman, the stuckness of this energy, the bridge that allows you to cross over these overwhelming emotions, or even that conscious energy, right, is there. Cutting through. Decide. Okay. Backstabbing and being hasty in darkness. All right. So just be mindful of that. If there's some backstabbing, hasty energy from a situation, and it could be a loved one or something we cared about that's purposefully sent to destroy, to see if we have mastered, right? And that, what is that, mother, maiden, crone, maiden, mother, crone energy, that trifecta of self. Have we gotten to the reject none, accept all energy? And or is that even necessary? Because accept all and reject none, we can't take all the mud ducks. We cannot take all the jobs. We cannot chase all the dreams. So this could even be clarity, right? And truth, because it's crossing the judgment card, which you probably can't see way over in this corner, but this is justice. there's a lack of forgiveness somewhere, and we do have forgiveness on the table. So I want to also talk about that. Future dream aspiration, you have the river, which talks about the flow and current. Okay, let that block out. That if there's a block somewhere, it may be someone is consciously, subconsciously, or emotionally blocked in this situation. And we'll pull some cards to see who, if you care that much. But just know we're just talking about the situation, and you can use your discernment. It talks about grace and reflection as well as forgiveness. So over here in the past areas, the judgment, the justice card in the reverse, that's a major arcana. So there's a big deal with being apologetic or forgiveness, as well as overwhelming emotions and grace. Now, any of us that become violent or, aren't really happy when it comes to being rejected, if there is something that causes you to be more sensitive in that area than other things, right? So there could be a situation in the future that tests that, see if we didn't heal that, master that, calm down on that. So just be mindful if there's a judgment where somebody's judging you inappropriately, if there's a judgment or a rejection on an item, a career field, a job, or something like that. I'm not calling that for you because there's been a lot of doors and opportunities. So even if a door closes, it just means another door is about to open. You're not sitting in a closed door, because this is a open space right here. I don't have no closed doors on this table. So keep that in mind. Future position. This is, once again, out of the spiritual and into the current, the state of day to day. All right. Self-destruction, rejected, unexpected, and savage. I think that represents a person you may know, and your discernment is required because you could have love for them, unconditional love for this individual, or may even see them as important. I'll just say that. Also in the future, when it comes to the foundation or the baggage of it, the unconscious. So some of us that have subconscious blocks, focus down here. If you feel like you got some subconscious blocks, if you feel like you may have some, what do we want to say? Some current state, day-to-day kind of like issues, here we are, okay? And then like our dreams and aspirations. A lot of water there, okay? Good stuff. This is the shrine. Unfortunately, a lot of people take the shrine as to be something outside of us. It could refer to a shrine or an altar of some sort. And we have been talking about energies or whatnot, and love spells or whatnot. And remember when you did that, and it's kind of sticky situation, and then you implement the witch's curse, and somebody got tricked into something with this siren. Either way, got tricked to go down deep into that water. And there's that. It talks about an omnipresent energy, which I appreciate, crossing the flame. That's very spiritual. Kiss the lover, close the eyes to go deep inward. So you have going deep inward, crowning the past situation and the foundation of the future. I thought that was kind of cool. They could lie to you. So now, where I took additional cards to get an understanding, you have the call over here. The siren literally talks about the call. This talked about the call. Okay, so there could be a call. Others of you, it's a calling or something that's calling you, like a yearning for something. Could be a burning for something. And if it's not you, it could be someone else. Okay, well, we have an awareness for it, but staying grounded, not raising our expectations, concentrating on our personal lives, our family matters, our jobs, your finances, seems to be like a solution. Okay? Now, what may not be most favorable is an unfair offer. So learning how to say no. Like I said, the dust buckets, the jobs, the things that we don't want. Some of us may be learning lessons in how to say no, because we have this kind of way of liking to avoid confrontation. And sometimes it's self-sabotaging to do something that you could have chosen a better option. Others of us, the self-sabotaging anger behind rejection, emotions, and like bitter love because I'm seeing the Queen of Cups and pulled out a sword, so she about to turn into the Queen of Swords, and that ain't where she's supposed to be at, right? Because had she grounded herself and kissed the flame, which was going inside on some spiritual level to do some work, then there is an offer. An offer that she'd like. Okay? If there's a sun, there's an imbalance, and that imbalance could be emotions and anger, unconditional love, and calling it, like knowing how and when to adjust to certain situations. Okay, because we do have the kiss and we also have the destroyer. So just be mindful of that. The flame came in as the center adornment, the call. So both of these got the call, like literally in the guidebook. They're both the call. And you have the siren connected on the side of the past or the left. You have, and I got some bonus cards over here. You have the flame connected on the right side, more futuristic. Okay. Now the female, the siren, is a tricky individual that purposefully seduces somebody. Okay. And I think they seduced him away from this higher energy union and marriage. So I have heard, a lot of discussions about married people and married men and unmarried women with that flame and that self-destruction. So there could be an issue in some of those situations that could actually lead to divorce. And the foundation of, if you are with someone that left somebody for you, the ground, because this is the ground of that relationship, where there's unconditional love on one side and worship almost on the other side, but it's physical. The communication, destructive, as well as cruelty and possibly unfair. But this is the connection we wanted, that we burnt candles for and wished for. And it's a reflection of ourselves, that we didn't truly want love in that situation, that we wanted to win, and or it's contractual. So I don't know if the person that gets divorced is the contractual situation or the person that was okay with being a part of the divorce. Okay, for they flame, because that's they won or something like that. I don't know. So yeah. Now this also could represent the hangman, because it's Pisces, the siren, the mermaid is going to always be Pisces, and it's the sun is here. So she hasn't turned upright. This is her tail. Okay. It could be something about anniversaries, because I see the little ruby right here, and I know diamonds, rubies, precious metals, they're all associated with a certain anniversary. Marriage with the lovers, a divorce over some things, okay? If this is marriage, that fit that. If this is not, if this is just that hangman energy waiting on some sort of enlightenment, the enlightenment is within, across, and through. And I know that sounds like, okay, Guru Montana. No, really, within, across, and through. And it has something to do with your personal life, your practical life, your family life, your finances, possibly your career, and how you administer life itself. Okay, how you organize, your awareness to details, a shift or a change in you where adjustments are made. And for some of you, the adjustments have been made, which is the foundation of what we're talking about, and why the energy that isn't you seems different from you. And I don't favor it because of this card. I don't favor it a great deal. The lover's number is connected to 6. This is the 6th card. So a person that triggers the fuck out of you a lot. Could be a child, could be a lover. Could be finances, could be emotional things, reflections of things, memories of things. Okay? Some of you may just get triggered by having a dream or going into a deep meditation and seeing someone that has crossed over. You know what I mean? And they got something to tell you because there's something that you may not see. Oh, sorry. That hurt. Okay? So I did think about that number 6 card being next to lover, which traditionally in tarot, it's a 6. So I don't think that's going to win. So dance. Now, when it comes to the call, you have the siren. Like, is literally, sorry about that, the call itself. Something that you don't expect. I'll tell you the energy of the siren. How about that? Instead of, like, I'm not trying to predict shit. The siren is going to lure someone with their voice, their looks, something. An illusion, possibly. Something that they like, something that they don't have. Excuse me. Oh, God. I'm going to paint a picture of that. I'm going to appear as that. And this is in the physical. This for real, for real. This ain't consciously or subconsciously. This for real, for real. Right? They are going to try to get you. And I'm going to leave it at that because I don't know what. Right? That is the call. Now, the threshold is the mountain. And the threshold, y'all actually got that card the other day, talks about being flicked off the cliff is what I said. Where if we don't move forward and we don't jump, you could get a little tap. And that's going to start it for you because we tried to tell you, or you had the discernment, or you had the dream, or the intuition. This happened for some. So that was interesting. The challenge is the bridge. Now, for whatever this situation is, remember the bridge is magic. Okay? So I thought about the witch's curse. I thought about you elevating to get into your highest power. Acceptance could be the challenge for some of us. And a lack of boundaries and forcing. So that is the challenge. Okay? It's a thing within us, though. Regardless of what they do to trick you, it's something within you. Best I can say it. The reward or the blessing that comes of whatever this is the river. The river represents rejection, forgiveness, the flow, overwhelming emotions, and grace. So if I would take any of those assessments and thought about the blessing would be grace, forgiveness, something to be super happy about. And the current flow of whatever was blocked. Remember? The writer's block, the creative block, the relationship blocks, the desire, not even having the momentum. See, all that's around that. Everything she represents, your awareness blocked. Not hearing the call blocked. So you don't, when you hear the call, you feel it complete. You accept it and you start walking that path. But when we're sometimes confused on the path, when it comes to choices and decisions, our discernment, what to love, what to cut off, all that, right? So there was that, right? And I'm loud. I'm tickled inside at how I'm listening to drill music and going over this. But it's not bad. It keeps me grounded to not get overly emotional and too talkative and y'all reading, trying to start preaching and stuff. So I like this. Expectations and return. How about it? Let's talk about it. We have the center of the abdomen. So the reward is that flame in your belly. For some of you guys where it's magic and going into the mountain and the judge making a decision whether or not to whisper in your ear, which is what the high priestess does to the fool, to send it along that journey for you to even intuitively get that call in the first place. It's some sort of change within you first. That's a mighty fine reward. Okay, so I do like that. It talks about the spark and the fire, and this is also in the real world, in the physical life, not just subconsciously or consciously or in the spiritual world. I think that that's super dope. It talks about mental clarity. Wherever there's some confusion on something that's loved unconditionally, that's going to require a choice or a decision, or the sword to be used. I'm not going to hold you. Now, in dark, because it talks about the reward or the return. In dark, it also represents things forgotten, anger, and darkness. Next to the destroyer. This could be something that has to be offered up to get that in return, and or successfully completing this mission gets the offer. The offer is always something that has to be gotten or given. That's the Six of Pentacles, and we do have some sixes over here by this green card. Don't say I'm reaching. I got this. Right? And then it looks like the wands, right? We do have 6 wands. So 6 pentacles requires multiple people. This 6 of wands does not, which is the reward. So in this situation, it's like for some, it's going to be the difference between a reward and or what do I want to call this? Because it's on the foundation of something, or baggage. See what I'm saying? That baggage in the 6 of Pentacles, that's not philanthropy. That's not, what is it? What do they call it? Shoot, it's a, a generous offer. Thank you. Something generous, being generous. I don't think so, because it's more as baggage. Some of us, the baggage within is subconscious, and for some reason has this self-sabotage energy tied to it. And the sword is here pointing to it. And I knew that before a lot of the other cards came out. This sword was pointing to the destroyer the whole time. Right? The Amina Mundi is the star. Right? And I think that's what it has the potential to become in the belly. So it's that essence that gives you a piece of it, whether it's the high priestess, the Holy Spirit, child, whatever. It's over here with the sword, kind of pointing to something in your physical, actual life. But then, like I said, the creation of it or the reflection of it is also up in this conscious energy, right? And subconsciously, sorry about that, subconsciously, it's affecting the physical life through self-destruction or destructive energy. And if it's not you, it's this situation or person that may test you or try to, guide you into something other than this mountain up here. So it's the subconscious, and the foundation of this whole situation has something to do with spirit, truth, protection, the weapon of choice. So there's some sort of battle, right? And then the destroyer is here. The destroyer of what? And it's like the flame, which is the desire, the dark energies that we've talked about. And then this will be hoodoo work. This is more like voodoo work. And offerings just depends on what type of rituals you're doing. I ain't trying to go too far down the threshold, but she works with herbs and plants and oils and stuff. And some of the people who use candle works maybe use words, chants, images, thoughts, energy. So it didn't say the tool was a pentacle. It said the tool was the sword. Have somebody ever lit a sword up? Is there any kind of philosophical or religious discussions that talks about a sword on fire? Come back and put it in the chat. I know it is. It don't matter. I don't have to nothing to do with nothing, but I just like trying to understand stuff. Don't say nothing. Now I have some extra cups here. about some causes and some effects. And we had one or two ways is actually how it came out. You got 2 nines. Hey. Yeah. I'm sorry. I just get so crunk. I apologize. I'll be honest, the devil card came out over here. I didn't understand because I immediately took the 9 of cups as all the beautiful things, which is contentment, wish fulfillment, all that kind of stuff. But in the shadow side, it represents that overwhelming water. It also talks about alcoholics. It talks about bad memories, repetition, children, childhood, lovers. Those of you, the 2 lovers at the bottom of the devil card is what this kind of represented for me. And then it's also 15 cups. They came out with the card 15. It's very interesting. 15 and 15 is 66. And we have 66 right here. That's what we got right here. Where happiness and contentment and acceptance, or this deep-rooted situation that has always been. Okay. And then we had unstuckness, release, healing, because she's the healer and making money through it. Being able to travel, take action, not feeling stuck, receiving the messages, being independent. This is codependent and content with it because of this unconditional love, but it's some disrespect. It's all kind of stuff up in there. Now with the siren, when I did say the siren is always Pisces for me, that's unfair. Okay, let's see if I can get. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, all right. It's the hangman. It's the individual that could master something, that may be tested, and whatever the situation is, it's definitely, like that card said over there, something coming up from the past. Okay. Now, when I said children before, here's the little situation. So it's a situation or a childhood trauma or something that you're taking care of or something that you're protecting, something that is connected to you or a part of you. Damn. Let me see what this Daughter of Cups is. Okay, little boy. Is that it? Hold on, wait. Some of you it could be marriage. Others of you it could be mastery. And that's where it's this choice. I don't like that. Why is it over here? The offering is coming from Pisces. Whether you got to give something up or you get something. And we had Karma and the Magician just flop out. Now, they were in the reverse, but there's a transformation of some sort. And we have Magic up here with the bridge that is kind of challenging. Okay, so let me get one card. Okay. One. Okay. That's the general. That's who wins the war. That's focus. That's mental clarity. That's making the decision and sticking to it. So something is being asked of you. I already told you what you're getting. Why is Justice in the reverse? Because there's some procrastinating. Okay. There's that sacrificing that lamb that was in reverse the other day. Recovery. Okay. There's a lack of harmony and balance or a need to heal. Okay, so Justice also represents a relationship for some, a divorce for some. And that flame is over here. So being rewarded. Some of you, there's a legal situation that may reward you. Ooh. Because of the choice you made. Oh, that's the reward. Okay, an opportunity of some sort that may involve travel. And a collaboration, unexpectedly and abundantly. Okay, that is something. The burning bush, child. God gonna tell you about it. Now this devil card, these 2 15s, what is that significant to? That was interesting. 6 and 6 over the soap. I'm gonna get blocked because of you. Because why we got 15, 1 and 5 is 6. 15 cups, 1 and 5 is 6, and the lovers where I talked about 6s. Is somebody materialistic? or going to get a whole bunch of money. But the cards that came out is over here. This is the door opening. This is the opportunity. These are the arrangements being made. This is your guides, the archangels, ascended masters coming together to aid you. The eye, see, look at that in the center. This portal of opportunity and all that it takes around it. Because the 3 wands is turning away from this waiting on something that's toxic. It's a toxic behavior or it's a toxic person. That third wand say, we finna turn around and go another way. And this is the rebuilding in that other way that opens doors and some sort of opportunity that has commitment tied to it in long term. Oh, okay, tell them the story. Don't forget. Okay, I got to tell y'all the story. So, what I thought was super dope. Okay, she must be an air sign. Okay, so shut up. Okay, all right. What I thought was super dope was Kim Crayons that created this deck gave her opening statements about what led her to make the archetype deck in the first place. We all know that she's the creator of the Wild Unknown. I love her to death. This is not a promotion of no shit. The lady don't even know me. But when I opened the guidebook, this image is on the front, like one of the front pages. And it said that she had done some work, her usual work, and she wasn't fulfilled, but it was what she normally does, so she set out to do it. But still kind of felt empty or numb. And she had a dream, and in the dream, the mountain spoke, and the mountain said, I am mounting. And then it said, hold on, because I wrote it down, because I be forgetting stuff, y'all. It said, what did it say? This is my song, too, so I like this song. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm going to ask some kind of question. It says, I am, that's what the mountain said. I am me, which is the mountain, and I am you. And there was something about the ocean in the mountain, but it was surrounded by fire. And that sounded like the lake of fire. It's what it sounded like. That's crazy. Now, some of us, it's challenging this bridge or these 3 wands that could be of help to the situation to get to that 4th wand. Is something about this flame and this opportunity. So having something within you is what's making you prepare for it. And it's the opportunity that makes it real in this physical life. So the spiritual part comes through the image, the creation, the magic. Okay? The cord or the connection that you may have to the divine. But anyway, in her case, she had this dream, never understood what it meant. Like me, took herself up to a mountain and started walking on it. Because I'm in California, I do that all the time. Because I've read the stories about Moses and wanted to see how you could go up and really just say, hear me out, right? So I don't even know this man. We not going to do that. Yeah, I can only take so much hip hop. All right. So she went in there. She saw the fire. Fire is scary. It burns. That's the fire right there. But within the fire was the ocean. The ocean is where the solution was. And now that I'm thinking about it, is the solution the liquid solution or a solution to a problem, right? But you have to go through the fire to get to this ocean in the mountain. And that's where the solution was. She went down there. She went in there. She came out. And it led her to make a book of archetype cards because she also had a psychology background. And, they do numbers and codes and all that kind of stuff. So she got out of her freelance, I think, artwork thing that she was doing and put together these archetypes along her own spiritual journey, that the idea that she came up with by going through the fire into that lake and coming out of it. Now, I kid you not, because I don't kid. And if you used to this channel, it'd be some crazy, magical, what the type of situations. This spread was on the table, and I decided so that I could articulate it properly, the best, right? Because I'm a perfectionist. Okay. I went into the book to make sure that I understood all the cards instead of sitting here boring y'all reading the fucking guidebook for each card like I'll do sometimes with 3 cards, right? I was like, I'm not finna do that with 8 cards. I'm not gonna do that. So when I opened the book, I was like, whoa. And I read it and I wrote it down. But then I went on to, yeah. So this is a big deal for you guys. And right here beside you is Source, the companion. So for some of you guys, if this is a relationship, this is a companion, a union of some sort. And it's always kids. It's like kids in this. So it's past life to me. It's childhood sweetheart to me. It's somebody you got kids with. I don't know, but there is 2 kids in here and there's 2 kids in here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if a Capricorn is involved, or the number 15 is significant, or the number 6 again is significant because 6, 9 and 6 and 9, it was 15 cups, yeah, and then the devil card was 15. So you know what I mean? I was like, why the fuck is there 15 cups? Now I'm gonna go looking. I'm telling you, I'm gonna figure out what is 15 cups. It could mean nothing. It could absolutely mean nothing. And some of us may have done some spell work to try to attract somebody that ain't even what we're supposed to be doing, because it highlights this aspect of you that has to be released for you to get accepted in your superness. Imagine that. That's exactly what happened. I'm not going to hold you. For somebody, that is exactly what happened. Your discernment is in question, because how did you blow that candle out and put that name on that paper or in a jar or around the chicken leg on the farm 3 deep, 6 feet from the door, whatever? Why would you even do that? Right? So the good news is you are having another opportunity, another choice to make a decision towards something that involves self-destruction or savages, unconditional love, a connection, a reward, and some sort of return. So I don't know if a reward returns, because we've had these conversations on Pisces TV. Now, if you didn't forgot, I know you haven't, where we did have conversations where it said love or money. Which do you choose? Now, I'm going to always choose love. But if it comes to some mud duck that's tied up in some this, that ain't no question. But the thing is, there's a strong cord. There's this stuckness that is probably, I don't want to say eternal shit, but it's deep. It ain't just no mundane, regular shit. Somebody asked for your number at the bus stop or nothing like that. Where deep down subconsciously, even if you make the decision in your right mind, the feelings that you have deep down inside are still being judged. So you can't lie to Source. Your soul can't lie. Your aura ain't going to be able to lie. What reflection are you giving in that water? See, it's like who you are. That's deep. Okay? And what's on your mind is also a reflection of what's in your feelings. And sometimes what's in our feelings and what's on our mind is giving us this hyper awareness where we want everything to come overnight and have to let go and release and connect to Source. Because it's some obsessive behavior. It's some cups. Good. Maybe some y'all dehydrated, because them roots look dry. Somebody need to water a plant. It's about nurturing. In the physical. Nurturing you physically. That could be desire-wise or financially, baby. I ain't missed a word. Hello? That's what I got. Clarity, solutions. Yeah. I ain't gonna drag it on no more. That's what that is. And so I appreciate all of you guys for stepping in. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment in the chat or in the comments if you feel to do so. And we love to share the stories. Share the stories. If the mud duck call you, it'll tickle us to know, but you don't have to. Until next time.